I'm back again. Okay. So the other day I went to a garage sale and I spent $1 and I got over 100 movies. There was a ton of VHS tapes there, and there was one DVD. No, I did not keep them all. I get asked this kind of question all the time. I bought a bunch of, about 7 boxes online not that long ago from another YouTuber. And I've been asked 2 or 3 times, oh my gosh, that's a lot. Did you keep them all? No, I did not keep them all. I kept a bunch of them that either looked interesting or things that I didn't own. But I would say close to 90% of them, they are gone. On that note, though, I did keep, and they're over that way, they're over that way. I did keep all the beta tapes, and there are some actually that have a VHS copy that's a duplicate, but I did keep all the beta for now. I will probably at some point downsize them to just things I really, really want, or movies that are kind of weird and obscure. As a matter of fact, I'll show you one. This one, it's right here. This I am definitely keeping. It's from the American Red Cross. It is beta, but it's basically like a how-to sort of video, and it's really cool, and it's awesome. It kind of shows you like how to resuscitate, how to do this, that, basic principles of first. Let's see, CPR and bleeding and burns and all kinds of stuff. And I just thought it was cool. It's from Fox. It's got this little window down at the bottom that says beta. This is cool. I'm going to keep in my collection. But there's a few others in here that I'm definitely going to be, getting rid of. Okay, but I was asked, out of this last video, I was asked, seriously, how much of that are you keeping? Well, I didn't keep a whole lot. There was a bunch of, especially the clamshells, there was a bunch of them that had water damage, where either the case or the artwork was damaged. Out of those, though, none of them had mold, which was kind of interesting. I looked through everything. None of them had mold. The ones that had water damage, I tried to pull each one of them out and dry them, dry out the artwork and dry them out. And I did put them all, after they dried out, put them all back. And I did donate them, some of them. There's like 6 of them that I literally had to throw away. They were just too bad. Everything else I donated, and I donated it back to my favorite thrift store, the Veterans Thrift. However, down here is a plastic tote. Let's see if I can grab it here. Ugh. Don't look at my bald spot. What are you doing? Yes, I am bald underneath this hat. Okay. Oh, it's heavy. So, out of all of those, this is it. This is it. This is all I got. So I'm going to share those with you right now. I'm going to clear some space here on my desk, but I'm going to share them with you because, well, why not? So obviously, the rarest movie ever. I had to keep this for my collection. It's actually part of my. I'm building a bar basically, and it's going to be part of my bar. This, I will never use it, but I got it because I thought it was cool. It's real vintagey. Yeah, so it's a VHS Head Cleaner. My dad had like 2 or 3 of these when we were kids, and he swore by them. I've never used one. I have 3... Give me a minute. I have 5 VHS players in total. 5 of them. The one I've had the longest, I've had for about 22 or 23 years. I've never cleaned it, and I back in the day, I used to watch it all the time, so I don't understand the head cleaners. This is the only DVD. It's a snapper case, and it was Gettysburg. I didn't think this was going to survive. It had some moisture on it, but the case turned out just fine. So I got Gettysburg. I decided to keep that. This also I kept Fandango. This was really cool. It's a comedy. It looks like it was originally a rental from Hollywood Rental. And that's the second reason. So the first reason I kept it, it's Fandango. And it's in the old Warner Brother case, which I collect. And it's a rental. It's in great shape. I've never seen it. I know nothing about it, but it's one that I'm really wanting to put into the machine and play. Delta Force. I did keep Delta Force 2. I still need Delta Force 1. I don't have the first one. I thought I did, but I don't. I also thought I had Cocoon, and apparently I didn't have Cocoon. So I kept that one. One Magic Christmas. It's a Walt Disney film. I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. So I kept that. And there was a clamshell version of this as well, but I prefer the box sets. I'm not a huge clamshell person, even though I've got a few of them here. I've never really been huge into clamshells. The Scarlet Letter. I grabbed that. I've seen it years ago. I didn't own it. I do now, but I thought, man, that's awesome. It's not. The Thin Red Line. It's a war movie. And it's got the guy who plays Ross, George Clooney, Sean Penn, and Woody Harrelson in it. This is just an awesome war movie. Lucas. There was also a clamshell version of this, but that artwork was really bad. It was just horrible. So I kept this, which I kind of prefer anyways. It's the red. It's got the red hi-fi on it. And, you know, it's a good one. So I kept that. And then I decided to keep City Slickers 2. Even though the case has got some water damage on it, I decided to keep this. I don't have City Slickers 1. I thought I did, but I don't. So I'll be needing to get that. I've never seen this. Got Jodie Foster in it, though. Nell. And that was kind of intriguing. And honestly, I'm going to be honest, I grabbed this because it has a squeeze and shake case. That was the main reason I grabbed it. But 1969. Again, I think it's like a coming of age thing, but I don't think it was filmed in 1969. 1988 is when it was filmed, so it's probably just... It's got Robert Downey Jr. in it. And Bruce Dean, Winona Ryder. It just looks interesting. I have never seen it. And like I said, squeeze and shake. This, I thought I saw this years ago. Actually, I want to say I rented this years ago. This is kind of cool. It's called The Maid. And I believe the guy is the maid. But I don't know much about it. Alright, so I don't know if I'm going to keep this in my collection. It just looked really cool. It's called In Your Wildest Dreams. A film every family should see just for the fun of it. I have no idea, but it looks cool. It's got all these like robot looking things and stuff, and I just thought, you know what, for like the 1980s, that would be kind of fun to little splash back in time and what they thought futuristic was at the time, if that's what it is. It'd be kind of cool to watch. Harry and Tonto. Now there was also a clamshell case of this, but I opted out. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the clamshells. The Bridges to Madison County. I've never seen it. Never seen it. Oh yeah. On Our Own. Looks like a bunch of kids going out and exploring the world and getting into trouble. I'm thinking kind of maybe Goonies-like, but again, not sure. I thought I owned this. My nose itches today. I thought I owned this. It's got Tom Hanks in it. John Candy's in it. And Darlie Hannah. I think that's how you say her name. Splash. So I thought I owned it, but apparently I don't or didn't. This is a great movie from the 80s, and John Candy was hilarious. Not a whole lot in it, if I remember right. He just kind of played a buddy. But, yeah. All right, now into the clams here. So, Babes in Toyland. Decided to keep that one. It's a classic. And the clamshell was in excellent condition. Still has all of its original paperwork. And so I was like, all right, that's got to stay. Then I got this one, The Barefoot Executive. I think I'm butchering words here. Never seen it. Actually, maybe I have seen it, but I don't remember seeing it. I used to own a ton of clamshells when I was a kid. Tom and Jerry, the movie. I grabbed that because I like Tom and Jerry. I grew up watching Tom and Jerry. Oh, this one I grabbed because I don't have it in my collection. It did have some water damage, but I've dried it out. This is the Favorite Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley, America's #1 Detective Kids. And I didn't own it. And like I said, the artwork has some water damage to it, but it's other than that, it's all good. This one I grabbed. This is Gus. Got some serious sun damage. Again, it was a rental. It was probably because the side and the back are in excellent shape or good shape. The face of this was probably faced out on the shelves. They used to do that with the VHS tapes. Is they would, every few of them, they would face them out. So they would see you so they could, get your attention basically to get you to rent them. I thought I owned this, and I was looking around, and I do own this, but I own a different version of it. Same movie, just a different version. This is a newer release of it. If I remember right, Pete's Dragon is out of print. On DVD and Blu-ray, you can't buy it if I remember correctly. So VHS is the way to go. So I grabbed that because I was like, possibly resale, it might be worth something. This was a cute movie, Fly Away Home. I grabbed that. I thought, yeah, that's a good one. That's definitely one of them cute movies. And then I thought I owned this as well, and apparently I didn't. But we got some Edward Scissorhands. I have Powder, but apparently I did not own Edward Scissorhands. Again, I don't know why I don't or didn't, but I didn't. And I also didn't own Casper, which is, again, really weird. I could have swore I owned Casper. So, just strange. My wife, this is her absolute favorite movie in the whole world. She loves this movie, and now she finally owns it on VHS. I don't believe I own it on any other format, but I think she said we did. I didn't find it in my list. Okay, here's another one. Mary-Kate and Ashley, How the West Was Fun. So, I am kind of weird. I'm going to get made fun of, I'm sure, by a lot of people. I am trying to collect every single movie or show that Mary-Kate and Ashley did. And the reason I'm trying to do that is because they're no longer acting. And both of them have said that they will never return to acting ever again. A few years ago, when they started getting ready to do the TV show Fuller House, which is a spin-off of the TV show Full House, both Mary-Kate and Ashley both said, no, not doing it. Not going to think about doing it. Not going to talk about doing it. We want nothing to do with it. We're not actors. They have no passion for the show. They have no passion for acting. It was something that was kind of forced upon them when they were kids. They have great careers independently on their own. They don't want to be in the limelight. They like their lives the way that they are. And for the most part, pretty private lives. So they said no. So I said, well, if they're not going to act, then I really would like to get my hands on everything they've ever done, because why not? I'm a collector of physical media. So I have been trying, and most of their stuff is on VHS, and they won't be released on DVD. A lot of their stuff is under contract, from what I understand, and a lot of stuff is just not going to be released on DVD or anything because the Olsens don't care. They have no passion in it. So I guess it just is what it is. But you know, they're hard to watch. I've watched a few of their. I've watched almost all that I own, except for like 3 or 4. But they're kind of hard to watch. I mean, you have to put your mind in a kid's mindset, especially their party stuff, and especially the stuff when they're really little. 6, 7, 8-year-old stuff is really hard for a full-grown man to watch and be like, this is not entertaining. It's like babysitting your cousins or your niece and nephew. Okay, we're done. But they're cool. It's all right. I wish they would come back to acting. They weren't terrible. They weren't great, but they weren't terrible either. So anyways, it's just one of those little things. It's like, for me, I'm collecting Shirley Temple. I personally have no interest in watching a Shirley Temple movie. I've grew up watching a bunch of her movies, almost all of them. I think there's, well, I can't say all of them because there's a lot. I've seen at least 15 or 16 of her movies, and I'll just collect them. They came in a clamshell, the Shirley Temple movies. They came in a clamshell, and every one of them had a number on it. I think there was like, I want to say there was 17 or something like that in that set. But they also came out with the sleeve that I like, and there was I want to say there was a lot more 20th century ones in that. I'm looking at one right now, sorry. But anyways, there's a lot of things that I collect, video wise. There's a lot of stuff I collect. I got a ton of Saturday Night Live. I have a ton of Jessica Tandy, a ton of John Goodman, Bruce Willis. I have, I've got so many different actors and different things. Robin Williams. I have every single movie Robin Williams has ever done. I love Robin Williams. There's so many great actors that I just like. And a lot of them are actors from the 80s or the early 90s. I'm really into the 80s and early 90s, but I'm 41 years old, soon to be 42. I grew up in the mid to late 80s, early 90s. That was my era. That was my childhood. So, of course, I have a passion in my heart for those. I mean, I like the older stuff, too, and I like the newer stuff, but there's something about that one generation that It's totally stuck with me forever. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share that with you. I'm kind of rambling now. That's all I kept was what was in that basket. That's it. Everything else, gone. So I just don't see the point in holding on to things that I just either have no desire to watch or I don't need. And yeah, I mean, I've got a I got a really big collection of movies, and they take up a lot of space. And space is getting to that point where space is really, really valuable. I would rather put that space into something that I'm really gonna be like, oh my gosh, I have to watch this right this second, and then I want to watch it again. So, yeah. Speaking of which, I want to watch Howard the Duck again. I mean, there's so many here, man. Dangerous Minds. I should watch Dangerous Minds because I just did. What's it called? I have it sitting over Mr. Holland's Opus. So I should watch Dangerous Minds. That would be good. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Ooh, St. Elmo's Fire. Hello, Dolly. Yeah, there's so many awesome films. I do not plan on watching Titanic, even though I have it on 4K. Titanic. Man, I could talk about that. I went to the movie theater and I watched Titanic, and I think I've seen it like 3 times in the theater, and I think I saw it once at home. Years and years and years ago. Once was enough. I didn't need to see it more than once. I got the idea, and you're like, okay, we're good. Next. I was not head over heels in love with Titanic. Just didn't work for me. Why did I buy it in 4K, Blu-ray and Digital? I did that because if someone I know wants to watch it in high quality, you got to watch it in high quality. It was designed to watch in high quality. I believe they released it in IMAX at one point in time. I mean, you're super, super high quality. Like, it was almost designed to watch in 4K. It's just awesome, awesome. So, I'm tired. It's late. I gotta go to work in the morning. Yes, I gotta go to work in the morning. That seems like that's all I ever do. And yeah, so I'm out of here. Like I said, have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. If it's really late, have a great day tomorrow. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell if you saw something in this basket that you really liked. Tell me what you think about me giving away all those movies. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, blah, 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 blah. Y'all have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. I gotta get out of here. Until next time, bye for now. Probably a movie. I gotta edit that out.